Hello, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum. How are you guys doing? And I hope everyone is okay. So this is the launch of our annual campaign for 2018, in which I'm gonna outline the things that we'd like to see and we'd like to do as well. So this is a campaign. We call it the Eritrean Detainees Campaign, which is an annual campaign that we hold every year. So for the past 6 years so far. And what we're trying to achieve is to pressurize the Eritrean government to release those who are detained, to release those who are in detention, for some of them for over 25 years. And that is something that we cannot even imagine to happen anywhere in the world, because 25 years is a long time. It's a quarter of a century. And if someone is being detained for 25 years without any trial, without any prosecution, then that is a serious matter. That is a serious matter. That is a violation of their basic human right. And the possibility of these people, not the possibility, but the definite knowledge that we have that these people had never been presented before any justice system or court, that is really disturbing, and is something that we need to counter. It's something that we need to say no to. And this are, not people from from somewhere in the universe. These are people that we know. Some of them, we know their relatives, we know their friends, we know their families. These are part of us. These are our people. It could have been me, it could have been someone else, it could have been anyone. It could have been you who's watching this video now. And what I'd like to say is, we need to not only remembrance is part of the process, but remembrance is also in a way that would make it effective to pressurize the government so that they can stop doing whatever they're doing, the human rights violations that they've been doing for the past 25 years. These are wrong. These are crimes that had been committed by the government in a very systematic way to silence everyone, to silence any opposition, to silence any voice that says no to whatever they're doing. And this should be faced, it should be countered, it should be stopped. And for us to stop this, it is part of the process to raise awareness, to tell people what's happening. Not only our own people, Eritreans, also other people from different countries, from different backgrounds, activists, lawyers, and everyone who is interested in the human rights cause, wherever it is, specifically talking about this case, so Eritrea. So every year, whenever we start this campaign, we say, hopefully this is going to be the last year in which we hold in this campaign. But sadly and unfortunately, this is not the case. This is not the case for the past 6 years or so. And that being because the government is still in power, and the same people are still in power. And instead of releasing those who are already in prison, they started imprisoning others. So a variety of crimes had been committed against civilians. Amongst them is false disappearance. So a lot of people had disappeared and had been taken, kidnapped, killed. Some of them died in prison, and some of them died in custody. So last year, when I was doing this, we were saying that we hope this is going to be our last one. Sadly, around the end of the year 2017, an uprisal started in the capital, and that led to students going to the streets, demonstrating against the violation of their basic rights, the right to have an education at school. That is not the case. The case is what followed. What followed was a systematic detention of tens or of hundreds of people after this demonstration. So the security services and also the police and some military police were involved in this, and they started taking people to prisons. And later on, they claimed they took them to prison because they wanted to, interrogate, to just know why they did that. The fact of the matter is they had never been back. So we're talking about end of October, beginning of November, and it's been almost 6 months now, 5 months plus month now, and they had not been back. Amongst these people were a woman with her kids. So, and we are here to stand in solidarity, to continue campaigning for the release of anyone who is innocent. And if we see if there is an assumption that anyone is not innocent amongst the people who are in prison or who are in detention, who are in forced disappearance, then they should be presented before a court to look into their case and determine if they are criminals or not. So we are asking for the immediate release of anyone who is in detention and had not been presented before the judge. Obviously, this is not practical. The possibility of presenting them before the court is not practical because there isn't any criminal justice system that would ensure a fair trial, that would ensure a trial that is based on evidence, a trial that is based on fairness, a trial that is based on neutrality, because there isn't capacity. The justice system has doesn't have the capacity to try these people. So there are a few things that we need to outline in this campaign, and amongst these things are, first and foremost, this campaign stands in solidarity with everyone and each one who's in prison, and also their relatives and their families. Another point that I'd like to outline as well is that the campaign, we need to document and raise awareness about these issues. So document each and every single person's name, their age, where the place that they are. If it is known, most of the people are unknown. Their whereabouts are unknown, so we don't know where these people are. But we try to at least identify where these people come from, where was the place that they were detained from, and when was the time that they were detained, for how long they have been detained. Has anyone seen them? Has the government or they allow them to see their families? Have their families, were informed about their whereabouts? So this is something we try now and document these issues, because if there is a change, then there's going to be an accountability, and there is going to be an accountability. That's a definite thing, and we need to. That's an absolute thing that we shouldn't have a doubt about. But that accountability needs documentation. That accountability needs a proof that a person existed, that a person was taken by the government. And if that accountability, if that documentation is not there, then the possibility of trying someone under undocumented or unknown person is unlikely. So that's one point. Another point that I would like to talk about, or to ask people, invite people to, is we need to. This is our campaign. This is everyone's campaign. Eritreans, non-Eritreans. If you are an activist, if you are concerned about human rights in Eritrea, then you should come to this campaign. You should be part of this campaign. You should make this campaign, try to make this campaign successful, so that we can at least be able to pressurize the government to release, pressurize our own governments. If we live in the West, then we have the ability to pressurize our own government through our representatives, through parliaments. And this is something that we need to work on rigorously and continuously. Thirdly, I would like to invite everyone, people who have skills in infographics and design and all these things, to be part of this campaign, to design things that will help the campaign succeed. to get in touch with the people who are organizing this campaign, to provide and give at least an hour or 2 hours from their time in designing posters, in designing, editing videos and things, and so on and so forth. And that would make things easier for the people, and also would raise awareness, and things would be in a more professional way. One last point that I would like to mention is, please do get in touch with the organizers, and also with the people who are organizing events locally, wherever they are. A final point, possibly, is I would like to thank those who are organizing events everywhere around the world, and who had organized in the previous years. And thank them. I'll ask them to continue doing the work that they've been doing, and also ask them to extend and expand their work, because one thing that the government and the regime is scared of is, people have been aware about what's happening, and raising awareness is a scary thing to them. So please work on that, and I'd invite anyone and everyone, wherever you are, if you have the ability to do, organize an event locally in your community, raise awareness about this issue, please do so. And also get in contact with us, so that we can at least, you can use our platform to get to the people. And the campaign has a unified message. We can agree on things that we can do together, so that we have a unified message and unified outcome as well, and our efforts, feed into each other's, so we can channel them to go together and have more force, more ability, more pressure on the government. Thank you, everyone. This is the launch of our campaign, and this is the beginning, and hopefully on the 14th of April, I would like to mention this before I finish. 14th of April is the day that is going to be where we're going to have events all around the world, possibly around, the 14th or around 14th of April. Some people might not be able to organize event on that specific day. That is not the matter. The matter is we need to do something